Hey everybody, so back again with another video, and in this video I'm going to be breaking down the differences between what it means to be effective versus efficient. Now, oftentimes you hear people throw those two words around like interchangeably as if they mean the same thing, when in fact they do not. All right, so yeah, we're going to break this down and actually understand the difference between the two, and we're going to take a look at what type are you? Are you more of an effective person or are you more of an efficient person? All right, because some people fall off more on one side than the other. All right, so yeah, let's just jump right down to it. So if you were to do a quick Google definition search, right, the definition that's going to come up is this for effective: successful in achieving the intended or desired result. All right, basically, to be effective is to be really good at getting the thing that you want. All right, to have an objective and to be able to succeed at obtaining that objective. Now, if we do a quick definition search on Google for the word efficient, what comes up is this: there's efficient of a system and of a person, all right? But they're essentially the same thing, all right? Efficiency for a system is to achieve maximum productivity with minimum wasted effort, time, energy, resources in general, all right? To obtain a high output of productivity with minimum expenditure of resources. Now, resources can be anything, it could be time, money, energy. You get the idea. Now, when it comes to efficient of a person, all right, it basically means working in a well organized and competent way. Okay. So already the differences between what it means to be effective or what it means to be efficient, when we actually explain the behavior and what the definition of the concept is trying to describe, you can see a stark difference between the two, which is one, effectiveness by nature is more result oriented. All right, where efficient is more process oriented. A person who is actually focused on being effective is more focused on getting the desired result that they set out to do. Whereas a person who's efficient is more so focused on the way that they go about doing this thing. They don't really pay too much attention to what the result is. All right. That's of course if a person is 100% efficient or 0% and 0% effective and vice versa, which of course in most cases is not going to be the way it is. All right. So yeah. So now, when it comes to being effective versus efficient, now here's the funny thing, right? The thing about being efficient, right? Because I'm basically going to make the case for why you should instead be effective, okay? The issue, well, in fact, no. I'm going to highlight the issues with both so that you can actually make the best out of the two, all right? So the issue with being effective is that, and not at all being efficient, is that, sure, you're pretty good at getting the intended or desired result. But the way you go about it sometimes is not the best way of doing it, right? It's maybe you okay, fine, you got a result that you're aiming for, but you left a pretty big mess trying to get that result. All right. That's if you're really all the way focused in on being effective and not at all concerned with efficiency at all whatsoever. Now, when you take a look at people who are extremely efficient, right? This is more, I would say efficiency is more robotic like, where effectiveness is more human like, all right? Because effectiveness, you have to decide and come up with a decision on what is worth pursuing, where efficiency is all about how to actually pursue the thing, right? In the best way possible. So efficiency, you could be really efficient at getting something done, but you got the wrong thing done, right? Like you're really good at creating high amounts of productivity with minimum wasted up resources, but the thing that you're actually working towards is not the thing that you're supposed to be working towards, right? You're ineffective, I guess you could say. Okay. I wouldn't say that these two definitions they necessarily go hand in hand. You can be effective without really being the most efficient person, and you can be efficient without being effective at all. So effective, it not necessarily entails that you have to have like your own initiative and be proactive. I mean, you can try to obtain a desired or intended result of somebody else, but the point is you get in there and you actually get it done. All right, that's what it means to be effective. Being efficient means okay, you didn't faff around and waste a bunch of shit, right? That's basically it. So out of these two definitions, which one would you say you fall under? Because most people are going to fall a little bit on one or the other, right? They're not going to be 100% effective or efficient and stuff like that, right? It's very rare that you find somebody who's like 100% on both, all right? And if you think you are, you most likely aren't. But it's not at all uncommon to find people who are 0% in both as well. So they're neither effective or efficient, right? That's the sad, unfortunate truth, or at least how I see it. But yeah, anyways. So this is just personal preference on my part. I personally am I lean towards being more effective than efficient. I'll actually get something done, but sometimes the way I went about it isn't always the best way to go about it. But regardless, I personally believe that you should actually focus more on being effective. Like, okay, what is actually being done here, and is it worth actually doing? And is it gonna work? All right, how good am I at actually getting it? Then once you've decided what is effective, then you can work backwards to try to find the most efficient path forward towards there, right? So it's basically setting the destination and then deciding which path along the destination is the best way to go about it. So at least that's how I have it. That's how I understand these concepts. All right. So yeah, that's about all I want to say. Short video, but yeah. Anyways, guys, peace out.